All right, y'all. So listen, I find this story to be absolutely disturbing. An Oklahoma woman, but and it's hard to even call her that because her and her family just moved there 2 weeks ago. Okay, moves to Oklahoma. Her and her three daughters are there at the house. They've only been there for 2 weeks. ICE then raised the house, but get this, and we finna watch the news coverage. The person they were looking for already moved away. Their mail just kept coming to the house, which is normal. Anybody that's been adulting will tell you that sometimes your mail and sometimes other people's mail are going to end up at other people's houses for a long time after you move.
Federal agents busted into their home as they were sleeping
Yeah.
and took almost everything they own. Problem is, they were not the people agents were supposed to be looking for.
News 4's Spencer Humphrey is here with their frightening ordeal. Spencer, what's going on here?
Yeah, well, get this. That family just moved here about 2 weeks ago from out of state. And this is how their life in Oklahoma got started. They say they told federal immigration agents they had the wrong people, but those agents kept treating them like criminals, even though they're all U.S. citizens.
Wow.
Fear.
I did feel at times that I was going to die.
So much fear.
I kept praying. I said, God, please let me live through this moment.
Humiliation.
I was a zero. I was nothing.
Pure disbelief.
I just couldn't understand, how is this happening to us?
All just for wanting a fresh start.
You come to Oklahoma and you get treated like this. For what?
This woman, who we're calling Marissa, and her three daughters came to Oklahoma from Maryland looking for a slower, more affordable pace of life. They rented this house in a nice, seemingly safe northwest Oklahoma City neighborhood. Her husband planned to join them this past weekend, but any semblance they had of comfort went out the window when 20 men armed to the teeth busted through it Thursday morning.
I don't know who they were. They had guns. It was dark. All the lights were off.
They were federal agents, Marissa says, with the U.S. Marshals, ICE, and the FBI.
And I kept asking them, like, who are you? What are you doing here? What's happening? And they said, we have a warrant for the house.
They ordered Marissa and her daughters outside into the rain before they could even get dressed.
They wanted me to change in front of all of them, in between all of them.
The thing is, the suspect names on that search warrant were not Marissa's or anyone in her family's. They were, however, names listed on mail still arriving at the house. Former residents, perhaps.
We just moved here from Maryland. We're citizens.
Listen, this is so grossly irresponsible. Like, if you're somebody, like, how do you excuse that? How do you put four women out in the rain? Okay, let's take the woman out of the equation. How do you put three children that are not dressed in the rain and think it's okay? Like, there's some level of humanity. There should be some level of decency to where you go, okay, we're clearly only dealing with women. It's all of us guys with a bunch of guns. All right, let's get them dressed. Let's get them, you know what I'm saying? Especially on top of all of this, they're American citizens. They have rights. And this is something that I pray that the ACLU, the ACLU takes up and takes it to the Supreme Court. Like, go to the regular Oklahoma federal court, then obviously it's going to get appealed. Take it to the appeals court, and then take this to the Supreme Court, because this has to stop. This cannot be allowed. We're talking about women. We're talking about children. Okay? We're talking about children. You put the children out in the rain, and the person's name ain't even why is there nobody doing reconnaissance, bro? Why is there no reconnaissance being done? Why is there no, like, double checking being done? You have like 45 different agencies on this task. Put one on recon, bro. Somebody should go to the house and make sure that these are the people. Somebody should be outside the home making sure. Heck, the husband wasn't even there, so you could say you thought that man was the other man. What's a woman and 3 kids finna do to a bunch of armed to the teeth men? Nothing.
That's what I kept saying. We're citizens.
She says they didn't care.
We weren't criminals. Why were they treating us like criminals? We were here by ourselves. That we didn't do anything.
The agents ripped apart every square inch of the house, taking their phones, laptops, documents, and their life savings in cash.
Why would you take their cell phones? Why would you take their life savings and money? Like, if you prove these individuals are not that dude, why are they getting all their stuff getting seized? Explain it to me. Somebody put it in the comments. Explain it to me. Explain it to me.
Evidence.
Like, I have to feed my children. I'm gonna need gas money. I need to be able to get around. Like, how do you just leave me like this, like an abandoned dog?
And when they left, they told her something.
I know it was a little rough this morning. It was so denigrating. Like, you do all of this to a family, to women, your fellow citizens, and it was a little rough. You have literally traumatized me and my daughters for life.
This family has virtually nothing.
And I said, when are we gonna get our stuff back? He was like, it could be days or it can be months.
Nothing but questions.
Well, what if I would have been armed? What if you're breaking in? What am I supposed to think? My initial thought is we were being robbed. My female daughters being kidnapped.
Nothing but likely lifelong trauma.
We have guns pointed at our faces. Can you just reprogram yourself and see us as humans, as women, a little bit of mercy, and care a little bit about your fellow human mate, about your fellow citizen, like fellow resident. We bleed too. We bleed just like anybody else bleeds. We were scared. You could see in our faces that we were terrified.
And Marissa told us the agents wouldn't even leave her a business card. She says she has no idea who to contact to get her things back. We reached out to the FBI. They told us they were simply assisting on this case and that we'd need to contact Homeland Security. A spokesperson for Homeland Security told us they'll look into it and get back with us. Well, we checked back today and nobody responded.
Let's just sit with that for a second. Let's sit with it for a second, because I'm so mad, bro. On multiple levels, I'm mad. Like, what is the Bill of Rights for? You know, fuck the paper. Are we an alleged Christian nation? Is this what we do? Y'all couldn't have just knocked on the door? But no, y'all got the warrant, so y'all just said, F it, we just gonna bust in a crib. Okay, cool. Y'all bust in a crib. Y'all realize the person y'all looking for and no one associated with that person lives there anymore. You messed up. Why does it take so long to say, hey, I messed up? We messed up. It's wrong, man. It's wrong. 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 And as long as we have this going on, like, where are we gonna go as America? Like, where are we on? Where are we going? Where are we going? That's a woman and 3 children that are Americans. Americans. And if they'll do it to them, this has to stop, bro. This has to stop. This has to stop. This has to stop. We gotta stop. We gotta reassess. We gotta restore humanity. We gotta start doing this in the most ethical fashion possible. People aren't even against deporting illegal aliens. People aren't necessarily against deporting people, but this haphazard way where you end up hurting civilians, American citizens, that's not okay. And I don't see a world where it ever be acceptable. Y'all need to go vote. And I'm talking about your special elections and as far as the midterms go. And you need to vote for the people that actually represent you. Okay, so this can be taken care of in the right way. Because Congress, this is all Congress's fault. At the end of the day, it's all Congress' fault. All Congress has to do is put his foot down and it's over. That's it. Congress puts their foot down, it's over. Anywho, let me get up out of here, man. Y'all stay blessed. Like, comment, subscribe for more.